Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your Tarot Weekly Video Forecast for the week of July 11th through July 17th. I normally try not to make announcements before the start of the videos, but I have something important to say this week, and that is thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had so many great and wonderful, surprising, amazing responses to the video that I put out a few days ago asking for help. Like, wow, you guys are so wonderful. I have received gifts in the amount of $2 all the way up to $100. At this point while I'm making the video, which is Wednesday afternoon, I've got $100 towards the goal that I need. So I am just so appreciative because I know none of you had to give those gifts. Every single one of those gifts was gifts from the heart. And I just can't tell you, it's such a blessing to me to see the outpouring of support and just love from you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for helping me to reach this goal. Oh my gosh, just fantastic and amazing. So I was actually a little worried about putting that out there and asking for help, but somebody else had done a video that said, Scorpio, don't be afraid to ask for help during this week. So I thought, well, maybe that's what that was talking about. And it's just been so wonderful because there's so many gifts that are just coming in, I know, straight from the heart. So thank you guys so much. Now, for those of you who have no idea what on earth I'm talking about, what I'll do is I'll tack on the original video that I published after the credits roll at the end of the forecast here, and that way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But for everybody who has already given, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Let's see. So, and we still have a lot to make our goal for those of you who don't know what's going on. All right, so let's get started with your forecast. Sagittarius, what you have showing up on Monday is the Devil in Reverse. The Devil in Reverse is really a fun card as far as I'm concerned. It has to do with fears that used to really get to us. And so you've done something about some kind of fear that used to be a big deal for you. And so now whenever something triggers that fear or something that used to trigger that fear comes up, now you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I'll handle it if it comes up. I'll do what I need to do. It's much more of a laid-back response than what there used to be. There's not that immediate fight or flight, total stress response to this fear. And when this card comes up, a lot of times, Sagittarius, you're noticing that for the first time. Like this is the first experience you've had where afterwards you kind of walk away going, wow, I handled that much better than I used to. That's pretty cool. So that's why I say it's a fun card to have come up. It just shows, that you're making some progress as far as emotionally and in conquering fears and freeing yourself and empowering yourself, because fears really, they hold us captive. And so when we can free ourselves from some fears, that's really an empowering thing. So this is where you get to see where you've been empowered. All right, so on Tuesday, Sagittarius, you do have the Nine of Clubs coming up. The Nine of Clubs just tells me that you're preparing for something. You're getting ready for something. You could be getting ready to go on vacation, starting to pack those bags or shop for all the little mini-sized hygiene items. You could be getting ready for a big presentation at work. You could be preparing for that. Lots of different things that you could be preparing for, but this card just says that you're in preparation mode for at least part of Tuesday, Sagittarius. Now Wednesday, what we have coming up is we have the Ace of Swords. I like the Swords cards because they talk about truth. They talk about idea, they talk about thought. And if you look at this card, you can see that there's one sword in the middle of two different, I don't know if those are homes, castles, I don't know if they're churches, I'm not sure what they are. But this is a sword that is sort of cutting through and bringing some clarity to you. And this card really talks about having a new epiphany come in for you. So this is a new thought that is just one of those real aha moments. Not only is it aha about one particular situation in your life, but typically when the Ace of Swords shows up, it's talking about one of those aha moments that is all pervasive. It's just really getting it. Okay, I understand this little detail about how the universe works in a way that I never understood before. And now this makes sense, and now this makes sense, and now that makes sense. So it's really a pretty cool thing to have the Ace of Swords come up for you, Sagittarius. It's just one of those, it can even be life-changing. Sometimes these types of moments are absolutely life-changing. Thursday. Thursday, you have the Lovers card showing up. And this is just telling me that you have some kind of relationship. This could be romantic, could be a family relationship, could be a friend relationship, could be a business partnership. So kind of try to take the blinders off. Everybody sees the lovers and they want to see romance. Take the blinders off and allow yourself to examine your other relationships in your life too and see if this is talking about that. But what this card is saying is that you do have some kind of relationship in your life that is moving forward in a very positive direction, and you're seeing some evidence of that on Thursday. Now Friday, what we have showing up is the Knight of Clubs coming in reverse. To me, the Knight of Clubs in reverse is talking about taking action. Knights are all about action, the beginning of adventure. Clubs, though, are about passion and excitement and inspiration. So when you've got the Knight of Clubs, but he's in reverse, I do still see it as taking action, but I see it as you're doing something that doesn't really make you feel all that inspired or enthusiastic or passionate. It's doing something that is just everyday type of stuff. There's nothing that really trips your trigger and makes you happy about this in particular. Now, of course, we can all look and find things to make us happy about anything that we do, but this is not something that you would typically put on your happiness list. Doesn't mean that it's terrible. Usually with the Knight of Clubs, it's not something that you just don't want to do. It's just something that you could kind of do with your eyes closed and not have to think about it very much. All right, so let's look at Saturday, Sagittarius. You have the High Priestess in reverse. Is this you or is this somebody else on Saturday? Oh, Sagittarius, this is you. What's going on with you? I feel like on Saturday, you have a situation that's not making you feel very strong or very empowered going on in your life. And on Saturday, you find somebody to share with about this, somebody to talk to about this, to kind of help you get some perspective on this situation. I don't feel like you share the whole story, but I do feel like you share a lot more with this person than you would normally share with somebody else. And I think you share with them because you feel like they may have some insights that would be able to help you to deal with the situation in a more effective way. For some of you, this is going to be a situation with your children. I'm really picking up strongly some male children, so sons. And they feel older to me. We're not talking about really young either. For some of you, this is going to be talking to a judge about your sons. That's interesting that it comes up on Saturday, though. That's kind of strange. But for most of you, this is whatever the situation is, because for all of you, it's not going to be sons. That's just something that came through for me, for some of you. But whatever this is, you are talking to somebody, and I think you're trying to get their perspective on the situation. Now, obviously, if you're talking to a judge, you're more trying to give your perspective. But for most of you, I think that you're trying to get their perspective and you're trying to get some clarity for yourself on this situation. There's a little bit of a word of warning coming in here for you guys. And that is, please realize when you're talking to somebody else about this situation that's bothering you, if you only give them part of the story, they cannot give you a response that's appropriate to the whole story. So whatever they say, you've kind of chopped the legs out from under whatever they say if you only give them part of the story. So I'm not sure here. For some of you, I think the solution really is not to talk to this person because you're not willing to give the whole story. And for others of you, the solution may be to give the whole story when you're talking about it so that you can get an answer that really does bring you some kind of clarity or helpfulness. I think each of you are going to have to decide how that works best for you. All right, moving on to Sunday. That was kind of a deep one. Moving on to Sunday, we've got the Five of Coins showing up. Five of Coins just tells me that there's something going on that's causing you to tighten up your belt. So this can be maybe you have a new car payment that's larger than the last car payment, or maybe you closed on a home and so now you have a house payment. But there's something going on that is making the budget tighter than what it used to be. And I'm really hearing that this has to do with energy too for some of you. How would that play out? So for some of you, this is just talking about you don't have as much energy to go around. There's something that comes up where you have to spend more energy on a certain project or with a certain situation than you have before. This could be, for some of you, this could be taking a more active role in taking care of parents. Or maybe you decide to do homeschooling, and so that takes a lot of time and energy and devotion to do homeschooling successfully, so you don't have as much time and energy to devote to other things. But there's something definitely coming up here, and I feel like, for some of you this is going to be financial, but I'm really feeling like for the majority of you, this is going to be some kind of new energy commitment that you have, that you're making, where you're going to be giving a lot more energy or giving energy to something that you haven't before. All right, that covers that. Okay, so Sagittarius, that is your week. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Those of you who want to know more about what I was talking about at the front of the video, just hang out till after the credits roll here, and then you'll hear all about it. Everyone have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out. Hello everybody, this is Amista, and I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before, completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training, and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be able to do Reiki for themselves, and I'm not qualified to show them that or to teach them that or to pass that on to them or empower them with that until I become a Reiki Master. And so I was looking into a Reiki Master program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the Master program, but the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program, and so that's where you guys come in. What I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. But if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small. So there's the corrected version of that. And actually, I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But so if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house, or we would not have to meet in person, just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done, just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise, I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate, and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.